Yeah, Pokemon. Okay, this actually annoyed me. We'll talk about the patch note first because it's like the bigger thing here. They're finally releasing like a big patch note, right? And I'm not sure if there's a certain part of it that just really pissed me off where or I guess multiple parts of it because they're like, oh, we're gonna remove NPCs from the background and have less Pokemon on screen to like have the game run better. It's like that that's what took you months of like
Right?
investigating.
It's been 4 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
What if
we
we lessen the NPCs on the field? Genius, genius?
yes, love it. Yes, like, but that's like, how did it take that long for to them to realize? Unless they know, and we don't know, but really do that there actually isn't any possible way for the Switch to run this game without lessening the amount on screen.
Oh,
You
probably
know,
not, yeah.
it's but like. And also, this doesn't even address or I didn't see it. Where like what annoys me is that if you're in a battle, before you use your move, the Pokemon's in low resolution, the enemy, and then when you like hit a battle move and it goes into like battle animations, then it refines it so it's all glossy and stuff. It just
Right.
irks me. Don't get me wrong. There's a fair amount of these bug fixes that are fine. Like they're finally fixing the Terror Raid glitch where it's like if you use Play Rough, it didn't understand how the damage works, and it's just like JK. I Isle of Y,
IOI, JK,
JK,
GTFO, JK.
like that, and but like that's also just unacceptable for how long we had to wait for a fix. It's been out for months. Like these are like
Right.
I mean, I'm
These are,
not
like, simple
sure.
things, I feel like. Did they ever address that, like, what was it? The RAM leak or whatever that one guy found?
I don't know. Maybe not. Like they don't mention it. This is probably the most detailed patch list Nintendo's ever given. Do you remember Smash patch notes? They're just like, yeah, we
Adjustments to fighters.
it doesn't look
Okay, which ones? Adjustments to
to fight
fighters. Sakurai, please, you gotta get adjustments.
adjustments. Like their patch notes are known to be the most undetailed like patch notes ever seen. They refuse to tell you what work they did. Like, and I appreciate that they're telling us in detail, but this is not like calm my fears that the game's gonna stay an unoptimized mess.
Right?
Like
And they want to charge $70 for games now? Come on, Nintendo. You're better than this.
passerby will no longer be displayed during certain battles that take place in towns during the main story.
See,
That
that's
that
just a
was
crime,
funny,
though.
right?
That's like, yeah, that's just fun. Like, you can leave that. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, right. Like it's like of the list of ones that are super important, like the game running well, like not just crashing all the time. I'm glad that's on the list. Although I really do wish they put this will be fixed like they did with the other
Yeah,
ones.
with the other ones. I love this one. Like, this was a serious issue for that. When a Pokemon that is not part of the Paldea Pokédex is obtained through a link trade, it is displayed as being registered to the Paldea Pokédex. This is a bug and will be fixed.
This will be fixed.
It's like, aren't you just going to add it to the Pokédex eventually? Yeah, but it will be fixed.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just like if you go through it, I mean, again, a fair amount of it's good. I'm glad they made the patch notes, but some of it just doesn't make any sense why it's even there in the first place. Like type matchup against Pokemon that fainted will no longer appear when selecting a move or target during double battles. Like, how was that not addressed before the game was released? Like,
Ah,
like Pokemon
they
used to be
didn't
such
beta
a.
test very well.
I don't think they beta test at all. Like,
What?
really
No,
though,
no.
what playtester actually like it? Well, like this is, and you've bought all the Pokemon games, so you tell me this has to be the worst optimized Pokemon game ever to be released,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I
Right.
mean, we'll give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because it's like vastly bigger and different than any other one. But like,
I
there was
can't.
just no bug testing for this game, and like that's what Nintendo's known for.
The reason I can't give them benefit of the doubt is because they literally have unlimited money. Like
Oh yeah,
they're like the Amazon of video games. Oh, I mean,
right.
and I say that's a
And
joke,
this
but
is their
realistically,
breadwinner.
right.
Like,
This is actually like Pokemon sells the most merchandise in like compared to literally everything else on the planet on a yearly
oh yeah,
basis. And you're telling me you couldn't like? I understand they need to make a profit, but that was never the issue. They would have made a profit if the game had like 2 badges and like 10 Pokemon. You
Right.
know,
If you
like
threw out like literal potatoes and they just like rolled around.
right,
Like
exactly. Like a profit was never the issue. I guess it's just how huge of a mountain they're willing to have as profit. It's like
right.
it just like do you think this is like a downward trend for Game Freak, or do you think it's actually just like they're not used to a massive open world yet? Which again, I think is a weak argument because they could have put more money into whatever they needed, like more people or playtesting, etc.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just like something so new for them. Like, even like Scarlet and Violet had, or Sword and Shield had like the frame rate issues in the wild area and stuff too.
Not nearly this bad.
No,
Not
no, no. This
right.
was like they like tested it with that and was like, all right, we could do this. We're going from like a very linear game to kind of an open world. Let's just go full open world. And I mean they kind of blundered it a little, but
And also, in terms of Sword and Shield, I mean that only happened when you had online mode on, and you just saw everyone's like ghosts, which I never understood.
right,
Which was like the only purpose of that was for Spirit Tomb in DLC. Like,
right,
like
right.
I didn't care to see other. If I can't interact with them, why did you even show me they exist?
Right,
Like,
and then if you like accidentally clicked on one, they gave you
oh
like
god, it's over.
a material, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
here's
here's a leak, and the game would just like blue screen.
yeah, here's my life savings. Really? Oh yeah, it's $3 Poké.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suck. But I mean, again, amazing game, but it is by far the least tested, worst optimized Pokemon game ever. Which is it's still. I mean, I had like over 300 hours in it, but I don't know. It's just this is also just taking way too long to produce. Like,
Right,
why wasn't this
right.
like each like 3 weeks? Like here's some bug fixes. I don't know. Like
Right. I mean, I guess they want to try and get it all done at once, but like, come on, you gotta like do a little more.
They're- all at once. I don't think it's gonna fix the problem. There's no way. I still don't believe even if they just removed some Pokemon on screen, because like sometimes it wasn't even like even if there was like 5 Pokemon on screen, the game would like slow down intensely. Meanwhile,
Right.
Pokemon Legends Arceus had like mass outbreaks, and there was like you know 6+ at a given time, and it ran
Yeah,
smoothly.
you know what? You're right. I like Arceus didn't have these problems,
Right.
so I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Actually, I like
Yeah,
kind of forgot
exactly.
Arceus existed for a second.
Like,
So
I mean, again, Arceus had load zones, right? So there was less to bear in terms of like how much it had to load.
right.
But that like if this patch note is true, of like, oh, the issue is really just like how many are on screen at the same time. Um, I just think that's bogus. I just
Yeah,
think
like
that,
why didn't it happen in that game then? Like,
which also just looks better. I mean, in a
right,
fair amount of
overall
aspects.
too.
Yeah.
Like the models all were like solid in the overworld and in battles. So, like it didn't like have to drop quality or anything.
Right.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's very weird.
Do you know off the top of your head if you're in a battle with someone in the wild, in Sword and Shield,
Scarlet and
in
Violet.
Scarlet Violet, do wild Pokemon appear in the background? I
They
want to say
would.
okay.
Yeah.
So like,
I think that's what they're getting rid of that too.
I thought that was just
So,
for the main story, and that's just passerby, not. It's just because it says it takes place in towns during the main
oh,
story.
oh, yeah, I don't know then actually. I don't think they do if they're like the gym battles or whatever.
It, I don't know. It hurts my soul that I just that this game's still gonna be like a train wreck. And
Oh yeah.
well, the good news is that at least for like me and you who've caught all Pokemon, it just comes down to like shiny catching. It's not as big of a deal, but it still would have been great when we first played it. You know,
Right. And
not
I'm
play it
glad
for
they're
5 minutes.
starting to fix the terror raids cuz like we're going to
Oh,
do that.
okay. I'm sorry. That triggered me. That actually triggered me because I think that part is inexcusable. That this problem has been out for this long. Is this a joke to you guys? That
Yeah. Oh
like.
yeah.
Do you know how many times that we've frozen in place and couldn't do a move for like 5 turns, or like what's happening? It's just a screen.
Right.
Like How was that not immediately addressed? Like
Right. There
that.
there is no excuse for that to not work because you had the Terror Raid dungeons and or the Dynamax dungeon adventures. Like
Right.
you know what to do. The only difference is like everyone can go at once. And honestly, it's a stupid gimmick. Just if you
I
can get rid of it.
I like the Terror Raids, but I agree. I prefer the Dynamax Adventures or yeah, raid
Yeah.
them. It was just, I mean, I didn't like the strangers we had to deal with because they'd always screw us, but
Oh, they're
um,
morons.
it's
But
just like, but I honestly believe the terror raids. There's no excuse why it shouldn't have been like immediately addressed. Like the certain, like I said before, a certain move not being able to be calculated correctly. That just seems like a simple
right.
calculating fix, not like a not like some over the top graphical overhaul. Um,
Right.
so apparently Zoroark was super glitched. A Zoroark that has a terrestrialized and is disguised as another Pokemon via its illusion ability can be identified as a Zoroark by using the check target option. This is a bug. So in a so having a
Wait.
Zoroark means nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. When a Zoroark has terrestrialized and is disguised as another Pokemon via its illusion ability, the type matchups of the moves are displayed based on the type of Pokemon that Zoroark is disguised with as rather than so they literally had it in reverse. Like it was
Yeah.
supposed
Wait, what?
it's supposed to be that you can't identify Zoroark using the check target option, but it was also supposed to be that if you when it's terrestrial when the disguised version is terrestrialized, it should have the proper like type matchup because of what you're seeing.
Oh yeah.
So like how first of all, how is that not caught? You're telling me no one tested Zoroark? Like
Yeah.
no one figured that
They,
out?
they like paid some intern to code that part. They're like, "Here's the instructions." He's like, "I don't understand." We'll
Copy,
figure it out.
paste.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know that. Command V. I don't have a V key. What do you mean you don't have a V
I
key?
yeah, I took it out.
Why? Why
I
would you
thought it was an arrow down. I'm sorry. I just didn't know what it did.
no idea. I have no keys, by the way. What the? Anyway,
I don't own
um,
a keyboard.
I didn't understand this one. The stats of the and you might the stats of a Dondozo with a Tatsuguri in its mouth will increase when Dondozo uses Order Up, even when the move should have been negated. For example, by an opponent using Protect. Even when
Is
my
that not
what I'm understanding by that is if the move is supposed to fail, you're supposed to not get your stats up because when you use Order Up and Tatsuguri's in your mouth, you get like special bonuses depending on the fish you have. Based on
Oh,
this,
okay. So if you hit something that put protect up, you still get that bonus, which
right, but you're
isn't
not supposed to.
supposed to happen. Yeah, okay.
Right. So like because that's like a win-win. It's just like, oh no, you blocked me. All right, well I got my stats up. So what's the no problem there. I mean,
Yeah.
um, and then this other one. This is all for battles, by the way. If a Pokemon terrestrializes after using Destiny Bond and then faints, the effects of Destiny Bond will fail to activate.
This is a bug,
I
and
would
it
be
will be
will be
fixed.
fixed. I would be so pissed off and ranked if that happened to
Oh, absolutely.
me. Like
That, like, actually would just lose you the game.
literally all of these. I don't think there's like an excuse why it wasn't brought up during playtesting. Like
Right.
it's just oh yeah. And then Terra Raid had a longer list. Prevents a bug that can prevent putting Terra Pokemon's HP gauge from properly reflecting damage done by certain moves, such as play rough, or certain static conditions may occur, resulting in Terra Pokemon's HP gauge fluctuating in an unusual manner. Again, how is that not
This
seen?
will be
Yeah,
fixed.
that will be fixed.
It's like every line,
Yeah,
this
it
will
will
be
be
fixed.
fixed. A bug that causes all Pokemon on your side to faint at once despite their HP gauges, indicating that they still have HP, may occur in Black Crystal Terror raids against Pokemon with the Mightiest Mark. That's happened to me before. Don't know how
Yeah.
a bug that can temporarily prevent a player from entering any input into the game may occur if
Oh,
a
that happened,
terror
like, every other time, yeah.
wait, a bug that can temporarily prevent a player from entering any oh, okay, what I was talking about before, where it's just like
Yeah.
yeah,
You
okay.
can't
That
you join and you can't click anything, yeah.
but I'm sure that wasn't brought was never found during playtesting. Yeah, okay.
Right, they did, like, 1 Terror raid, it was like, "Yeah, it works. Just,
Uh,
ship it."
I'm gonna every time I finish the patch note, I need you to finish it with
Alright, "This will be fixed."
with the four magic words. Uh, a bug may occur that causes players joining a terror raid battle from a terror raid battle search screen to be brought to a terror raid battle sheesh against a Pokemon different from the one they saw displayed.
"This will be fixed."
I,
That's hilarious, though.
I
I've never encountered
yeah,
that, but
I don't think it's ever happened to me. Like, yeah, I'd be
oh
kind
my
of
god,
mad
it's
though.
Charizard! Wait, what is this Meryl doing here?
Meryl. Lastly, a
Meryl.
bug that causes terror raid battle crystal to not appear for a set amount of time may occur under certain conditions.
This will be fixed.
A bug that causes terror crystal to not appear for a set amount of time. I yeah. Okay.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I guess it's just
Yeah, that
like,
must have been very unique.
yeah. I've never seen that happen. We'll address an issue that can cause the game to forcibly close at certain locations. As a result of this fix, there may be a reduction of Pokemon and people displayed in certain towns or in the wild. So
That
the
one they didn't say this will be
yeah,
fixed
so
though.
they might
So
not be fixed. That one,
yeah,
they're like, okay, guys, this might not work, so don't say this will be fixed.
yeah.
Like if you do not promise them that.
It's 50-50. We get it to work, honestly.
But like that's like causing the commotion that we are talking about before, where it's like your answer is the reduced Pokemon displayed or in people displayed in certain towns or in the wild. Which
Right.
also, if you didn't think about this, it negatively impacts shiny hunting because that means if there's less Pokemon on screen, that means there's less spawning, which means that they're technically your shiny odds are getting reduced because
Right.
there's less on screen. So that sucks. That's like
Yeah.
that's kind of a nerf.
You're nerfing shiny hunting. Congratulations.
Which nerfing, congratulations. Haven't done that before.
Yeah.
Which only shows to me that this could just be a sign that we were right that the Switch itself just can't handle this game.
Oh
Besides
yeah,
like the
no.
whole RAM leak thing, like optimization aside, like this right here that you have to lower the amount. Like it wouldn't have that problem. I don't know, a PS5, yeah, probably a PS4.
Right.
A Wii U,
A
maybe.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64 without the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, look, we've been speculating. What, this is the last year of the Switch. Very backwards
Yeah.
compatible. I'm just saying. When Pokemon is not part of the Paldea Pokedex obtained through a link trade is displayed as being registered to the Paldea Pokedex. I don't get that.
It's like if you get like a Charmander, it would still register it to the Pokédex, but it's technically not like in the game.
I don't get that. Why do they do that? Why not just have
Just
why not
add another entry. You're gonna do it in the DLC.
right?
Like,
Or just do like national national decks and then just cap it to whatever's out currently. Just Charizard.
right.
I don't know.
No, it's too hard.
Derek.
This will be fixed.
uh,
Oh wait, sorry. This is a bug and will be fixed.
Oh yeah, this one they specified. That one they specified is a bug. So I guess some things weren't. Oh wait, I mean they changed their language about the whole thing. Terror raid battles, it wasn't. They didn't say this is a bug and will be fixed. They just said this will be fixed. But then for battles, it says this is a bug and will be fixed. A certain action can cause the main character's expression to not change until the game is closed and reopened. So your face is frozen. I mean,
right.
No one. I don't think anyone cared.
Yeah. Don't worry. This will be fixed though.
If a trainer or players creates several battle teams but does not use the battle team in the first slot for the rank battles, they may not receive the master rank ribbon after winning rank battles in the master ball tier. That's such a weird glitch or bug.
Yeah, what?
So
I mean, this will be fixed, but
so you use every other slot because I think you get 6 team slots if I recall. So if you use 2 to 6 and you don't use 1, you just don't get a master ball tier ribbon for whatever reason. So interesting. That one I can understand being slipped by. I'll give them that. Like that one, it's like I can see that. When a Pokemon you caught comes back to you from another player through link trade, it may not listen to your commands in accordance with what is written in the profile app. Pokemon caught at level XX or below will listen to your commands. So
this will be fixed.
How I'm interpreting that is like if I trade a Pokemon to you and you don't have a certain amount of gym badges, and then you trade it back to me because you had less gym badges and my Pokemon was higher than the gym badges, it's not going to listen to me.
Right.
That's how I interpret it. Unless you think it's something else.
Sense. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Which is again weird. Bug preventing Pokedex from displaying additional entries, such as entries for shiny Pokemon or Pokemon that were received through surprise trade from players that play in different language for Pokemon species that were already registered in the Pokedex. This will be fixed. Wait,
I
a
didn't even
bug?
know it did that.
It's
It
preventing the Pokedex.
shows
Wait, from just
shiny Pokemon?
yeah, from displaying additional entries, such as entries. I mean, the only time you know it's a shiny is if it has the mark, like that mark on the side.
Oh, right,
Maybe it's just not showing
the
that.
star symbol. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, I would
Uh,
be pissed because that's where I go to look for some of these guys. You would
oh
never
yeah.
know.
Well, you breathe shiny luck, so you know you don't. I
Right.
don't think
It's been a while too. I feel like if I go on, everything I spawns might just be shiny. It's like, oh
I
yeah,
get
your whole game shiny.
the whole game. Oh, I can see that. Odysseus Pokeball. Will already talked about that. Already talked about that. Other select bug fix will be fixed. Okay.
Right.
I. How would you rate these patch notes?
I mean, like,
I want to say like a 5.
I'll give it like a 7. Like they're working on it, but like this should have been done by now. It's a 7 for like the details that they're working on. Like
Right.
they're very a lot of it's like very specific stuff, which is cool. But at the same time, it's like this just should have been done by now. You've only had 3 patches for this game. One the day the game came out, and it was various bug fixes. One in December, which was just to add the rank season. And this is the first like actual bug fix like patch.
I I want you just guess here. How much Game Freak has made in 2020 in
Ugh.
USD in US dollars in sales? Just take a guess.
In pesos,
In
like
US
whoa,
dollars.
US dollars, I'm
uh-huh.
gonna say like just on these games or in general.
In general,
I'm gonna say 800 million.
1.1 billion.
Oh my!
So you're
I was gonna go into the billions, but
so you're gonna tell me anyone who defends this, I think, is out of their mind. Yeah, that's right. I usually
oh,
believe,
absolutely,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
actually out of their mind that they're like, oh, this could take some time. Do you know how much money they get to throw into this game?
They
Like,
could literally pay someone $50,000 for the year and just be like, "Hey, work on this, please. Get it done."
they could have multiple people. 50,
Right?
compared to $1 billion, like
Yeah.
even like if you had 1,000 employees at a $1 million salary, then
You're
you
still okay.
you're still okay. Like there's just no excuse for this. It pisses me off. That's why I'm giving a low like ranking of 4. Like these notes are great and they're actually kind of detailed, but the fact is that it's taking way too long for issues that should not take this long and need to be addressed like almost immediately, especially turned in terms of battle. Like
Oh,
anything in
absolutely.
terror raid battle or just battle in general, literally affects competitive and almost all of Pokemon. Like
Oh yeah.
so, yeah, it's a little ridiculous. It takes them months to figure this out. And mind you, these bugs like a terror raid were from day one. Like this was
Right.
like
It,
this
it's
was
not. Yeah, it's been 4 months. Like these bugs didn't just pop up
pop up, right,
randomly.
right. It didn't pop up after the last patch. No, it happened literally day one, and it's been like that for months. So, yeah, Pokemon or Game Freak get better.